The topic for today is approximation and estimation. Here I have few questions regarding the topic which I shall discuss with you. My first question is, Ali says that 5192.3 is equal to 519 when rounded off to the nearest 10. He drops the 2 because it is less than 5. Do you agree with him? Ali has 5192.3 which has 4 digits before the decimal, and he has to round off to the nearest 10. The number which is on 10 place is 9 and the number on the unit place is 2. So he has to select 9 and check 2. 2 is less than 5. Yes, it will give nothing to 9 and we shall drop it. But drop doesn't mean that we shall remove it, we shall make it 0. So I don't agree with him because 5192.3 has 4 digits before decimal. So when he has to round off to the nearest 10, he needs to put a 0 in the ones place as a placeholder, and after dropping the digit 2, the answer will be 5192.3 approximately equal to 5190, which is approximated or rounded off to the nearest 10. My second question is, Ahmed says that 8.395 is equal to 8.4 when rounded off to the 2 decimal places, because he thinks that 8.40 is the same as 8.4. Do you agree? Yes, I agree that 8.40 is the same as 8.4, but in this question we have to round off to 2 decimal places, so the answer should have 2 decimal places. In 8.395, our second decimal place is 9 and we have to select 9 and we have to check 5, the third number after decimal. When we shall check 5, 5 will give 1 to 9 and 9 will become 10, or in other words 39 will become 40. As 5 will give 1 to 9 and 9 plus 1 is 10, so it will itself become 0 and it will give 1 to 3 and 3 will become 4. The final answer should be 8.40 because the answer should have 2 decimal places. So I don't agree with Ahmed. When we have to round off to 2 decimal places, it means that we need 2 numbers after decimal in the answer. So the answer will be 8.40, which has 2 digits after decimal. But this 8.4 has only 1 digit after decimal. Although both numbers are same, their worth is same, but the requirement of the question is 2 decimal places. So we must take 8.40 instead of 8.4. And 8.4 has only 1 decimal place, so we shall not consider it as an answer. The next question is, Farhan says that 26.97 is equal to 27 when rounded off to 1 decimal place, because he thinks that 27.0 is the same as 27. Do you agree with him? It is the same case. Yes, I agree with him that 27.0 is the same as 27 when we do the calculations. But in this case, when the requirement of the question is to round off to 1 decimal place, we have to give our answer to 1 decimal place. 26.97 when rounded off to 1 decimal place, we have to select 9, which is the first number after decimal, and we have to check 7. 7 is more than 5, it will give 1 to 9 and 9 will become 10, and automatically it will itself become 0, but it will give 1 to 6 and 6 will become 7. So when we have to give the answer correct to 1 decimal place, our answer will be 27.0, which has 1 number after decimal. So I don't agree with Farhan. 26.97 when rounded off to 1 decimal place becomes 27.0, which is more accurate than 27 in this case when rounded off to the 1 decimal place. When we have to give the answer in whole number, then we shall give the answer as 27. My next question is, Neha evaluates 798 times 195 using a calculator and she says that the answer is 15561. Without doing the actual calculations, use estimation and determine whether Neha's answer is reasonable. 798 when rounded off to the nearest whole number is 800 and 195 when rounded off to the nearest whole number is 200. When we shall calculate the answer of 798 and 195 using calculations, so we shall multiply and we shall have the product of 200 and 800. The answer is 160,000. When we shall multiply 8 with 2, it will give us 16 and along with 4 zeros. So the answer has 6 digits. Neha's answer has 5 digits, so it's not reasonable. Actually, Neha, when calculated the answer from with calculator, she had 155610 on the screen of the calculator. But she thought that the last digit, which is 0, is not significant and she can easily drop it. But she cannot drop it. Her answer should have 6 digits. So her answer is not reasonable. So when she has done the calculation with the calculator, she should give her answer 155610 as 155610 is the original answer, which has 6 digits. My next question is, Shamir evaluates 31.5 plus 9.87 minus 2.1 using a calculator, and he says that the answer is 392.7. Without doing the actual calculation, use estimation to determine whether Shamir's answer is reasonable. Okay, when we estimate 31.5 to the nearest whole number, it becomes 32, 9.87 becomes 10 and 2.1 becomes 2. When we add 32 in 10, it becomes 42, and when we subtract 2, it becomes 40, which has only two significant figures, 4 and 0. Shamir did actual calculation of 31.5, 9.87 and 2.1, and basically he had 39.27. His answer was closer to the estimated answer value, which is 40, but by mistake he moved his decimal one place towards the right side and his answer became wrong. I hope you enjoyed the mistakes of Ali, Ahmed, Farhan, Shamir and Neha. And I think you will not do such mistakes. See you again. Thank you.